A coach as an ethical hacker. That thought came out of a recent conversation I've had around the topic of resilience for IPA, the International Positive Psychology Association. And hackers, computer hackers, there's ethical hackers who make it their task to figure out what is the weak spot in a system, in a computer system, and then use their hacking skills to find it, exploit it, but then instead of doing something bad with it and exploiting it for their own benefit, they feed it back to the owner of that system and say, hey, I found a weak spot, and I think you should know about it because it's important that your system is solid, right? And if I can do it, other people with bad intentions can do it. And that is very much in the interest of that system, right? So I was thinking about a coach exploring with you what's going on for you, your values, your belief system, right? Your worldview, your psychological system. And by asking questions, figuring out, where might there be some weak spots? Where might there be some vulnerable spots? If I push here, what happens? If I shake on this, what happens? If I kick on that one, if I poke here, does the system fall apart? Is there a reaction that opens up a door where I could get inside and do some harm, right? And a coach doesn't want to do harm, but if you open a door and you find that door and the client wasn't aware that they have this door in their system, that makes them feel quite paralyzed or quite vulnerable or quite sensitive or maybe super defensive or very aggressive all of a sudden. Right? Sometimes we ask a question and all of a sudden, whoa, interesting. This is super interesting what just happened, right? I just asked a question and all of a sudden all of this stuff happens. There seems to be something here. I'm not sure if I would call it a weak spot, right? But there's something sensitive. And if there's a sensitive area that I touch on and there's a reaction and that client wasn't aware maybe that there was a very sensitive area, or, now we have an opportunity to do some work to strengthen that area of yourself. And that creates more resilience. That creates a stronger system, right? That creates more awareness. So you can actually do something about those blind spots that you've had in your system. And I'm like, what interesting way of framing what a coach could be doing by, exploring, perhaps quite strategically, about where are those points in your system where you poke and then something happens, a door opens, maybe there's a back door that people see, but you don't see. Right? We all have those blind spots, and other people might know exactly how to exploit that and get you to do what you want. I think everybody in a relationship with a psychologically savvy partner will know that that partner probably knows where to push your buttons to make you do certain things, and as people here might know, I'm allergic to manipulation. And so I think it's important work that you create more awareness around your system so that you're less prone to be manipulated. And so the coach as an ethical hacker was a fascinating concept to me.